Hello, good day. How's everybody doing? I hope everybody's doing well. Today is the power of music because music is a good sensory for the mind, body, and soul. Without further ado, I'm going to just play a couple songs. Today I'm going for Drenchi and Slim Bastard. I'm in that mood today. And then once we finish, we're going to talk about, the power of self. Self stands for a lot of things, but I will let you guys know where I'm coming from. So let me start with Akonoba. I want to know into the friend bro. Rama Miniji was swear. Hello. Hey, brother Papa John Wilson, where have you been? I have missed you so much. Welcome. And hello to everyone else. Good morning. Now don't succumb to me, bro. All day. Yes, let me text them. It's been a while. Want me take them away? Me see me new be wakanova. Me new be wakanova. Hello. Oh, I hope you. My motivational critical thinker. Knowledgeable. Black beauty. Sister, I'm a man. One, but for this, I put what to say. Oh, I know, right? Sis, work is killing me, but to say, I'm grateful to have a job, you know. And that year, be brother, mini abema. Hey, I'm supposed to. Oh, Medamas, Yami Shiramu. Lima Obia Pava. Welcome, everybody. On the immediate this blouse, me toy, and I'm feeling into this blouse. Juice plus in tea. Me sorry, and I wear this top purposely. And fire that one, which is a big crampono. I am overwhelmed with excitement. Today. My beautiful sister. Nana Abena. Knowledgeable one too. Hey, sister Manu. Atopana ububu or honum. Obie, and then Manu. When we take them away, me see me new ben walk on no, but he, Papa Winter will pitch a dear, the one on lonely Papa Winters, the marvelous nurse. Atupa jenjeng, mate, bu atupa jenjeng, yenim dia paso. This time I want me bought a young picture. No, do I look young now? Send me look slim and fit. Or be I jealous so. I can't back to patterns. Nensu other one. Neko in and you read me no ben wakon nova. K, they are to the say. Other than me, Benani one. Oh. I know, right? You go see my picture. Hi. Everybody swell me, my slim fit, with flat stomach, muscle tone. Obi ama me din fun. Because onu ayekesi abo. Me new ben wo. Hey. Me new ben welcome no. Me sorry atupa me booming no. I'm taking it easy, but me sorry music is a good sensory for the mind, body, and soul, and it's part of my cardio, And it's not just Saturday morning I do this. Every single morning I play song and dance because I have to do my push-ups. Now I can go up to 5 men push-ups for real. I used to do 21 straight, 20 to 21 straight. But now I can do up to 15. I'm challenging myself. I'm climbing up. Majoria. Hey, my beautiful sister, Skolapa, Kope, hey. But, hey. Oh, sister Skola, Yami Shira Wampa. Please call a friend to call a friend and share as well. One love. Dear Yami Shira, no your money to you. I'm a supremo. King of blossom. Kodenji. I'll go take you. Truth be told. Wait, one, you're sorry, Charlie. I can do it better. I took Panama. Let's take the topic off for me. And Bob Marley said, "They outfits, let them wear it. They outfits, let them wear it. They outfits, let them wear it. Yeah, Jennifer Tanima, I'm for sure. Big La Shepherd, China Fatami. I'm for sure. Michael Jackson's on your pad. Muhammad Ali's on your greatest. Every person is only the key. Yeah, you should run in the key. Yeah, you should run in the key. She kids. I want the line. From there with us on your car. Christian, like me. The sweetest so.
Let them wear it. Really outfits. Let them wear it. Really outfits. Let them wear it. Yeah, changing it here, but I'm fashion.
Yeah, channel it here, pen on fashion. I'm
fashion. I'm fashion.
Shall not say, life is too precious. This is another brand. This is somebody. Yeah. That's when my time was at to pepper. I have lost a lot of weight, so you see the space. Hey, sister Scotland here. Young girl slim basta white. And she has here with the toa. A toa. A toa. Me bet toa kick off and I'm bet Life is so precious. Do what makes you happy. Happiness is free for you. Hi. Hi. God bless. God bless. God bless. Hey, brother. Young Baba. Brother Papa Winter, where are you going? Come on back. Atupenye. What to panel? Mama, when I'm seeing you, my muat to penty, they are saying, send you a come password. You're very good. Send them, okay? Wama kumemu ni just okay. And I mean, it's a little part to fancy the master my car, you know. Wama kumemu no. Family country. And then my canoe, and then my canoe. I like it. Yakusha. Fami Kochi. Sa? Sapa Pepe. Last song, then we will start the discussion, people. Take Me Home. I love this song. Brother Frank K. Benson, welcome. Hello, the marvelous, critical thinker, knowledgeable Miss Mandy. Hey. Yummy here. Thank you, Miss Mandy. Me boy no ma me nim CM block. My beautiful Obaya Asabia Fojo, welcome. Wow, beautiful name. I love your name. Mini Abe, my brother Abraham Anderson. Life is too precious, so don't waste it. Oh, I love life. And I love myself. I love you deep down my soul. This is my love. This is my heart. Let me find my jingles. Something. Oh, and you may say party. Okay. Let me pause this. Yeah, brother. If I saw what you me back. Yeah, dear mommy, baba.
What I mean is, beloved, a children is here. Let us go and listen to her. All you have to do is to give her your listening ear.
Thank you, brother Brian. Sir. Sir.
Dissect and even intercept
wow.
the words of this life to you. I am going to listen to
awesome answer. That is me. Hello, Sister Missy. My team partner. Yes. Hey, Juice Plaza. I draw a dog. Mensa. Me Tombi. Sister Missy. So, and also Tombi. Sister Amamansen. Sister Scholar. There are so many of us who says it. Man, yeah. Thank you so very much, Brother Brian. Nyame Enshirao and a Brother Ankran. So the two of them have made me a masterpiece. And I love you guys all in the same. You know, like not many people think about other people. Let me bring the topic that I'm going to talk about on the screen, which is the power of self. You know, this morning I woke up and I went to Facebook, and the first thing that I saw, let me get out of here for a minute. The first thing that I saw was a post that Miss Mandy put up, a post that she put up. And I said to myself, I was like, oh my gosh, is she in my head? Because the topic that I'm going to talk about today is exactly what she put up. And I couldn't believe it. Like, there are so many of us who has come a long way. We have learned to build ourselves up, our self-love, self-confidence, having self-assurance, having self-discipline, doing self-assessment, and having self-respect, and so many other things. When you want to, if and when you want a successful life, you need to be able to focus on yourself and stop worrying about what other people are doing and not doing. Focus on you. When it comes to self, I am so selfish of it. The word self itself, it stands for a lot of things, depending where you going with it, where your perception or your mind frame is at. So this is the post that Miss Mandy posts, and you can follow her. She's a motivational speaker. The name she used on Facebook is Evelyn Amanda Ado. So you can check it out. This is what she posted. And it touched my heart too, because I love it when people, like, they have this the same, or even if it's not the same, like the similarities of my emotional intelligence. She's using her emotional intelligence. When people post things, you have to read the contents of it. You will know exactly where this person's frame of mind is. She said you can only take charge of your life if you change your thinking. And then she has hashtag positive thinking. Well said, Miss Mandy, and thank you for that post. It should get those whose mind are like active, or who utilize their emotional intelligence productively. It will help them be able to figure things out, because hey, we can't change anybody. I know in order for me to have a successful life and uh, do the things that I want to do in life, um, accomplish so many things, I need to be able to focus on myself. Most of the problems that when my husband and I got married, that we bicker about, we argue over, and we disagree on, some of them was rational, but majority of them was just petty shit. Yes, I said the S word. It was just petty things that did not add to our life. The only thing that was doing was creating toxic and unhealthy environment. Bosso Bakope, the marvelous, knowledgeable, strong-willed, and beautiful boss lady one. How you doing, boss lady? That's what's up. That's what's up. Thank you so much, Miss Wendy. I appreciate that comment. Yeah, like with hey, I need to always put up, like, disclaimer, because none of the song that I play, like, is mine. So I have to put a disclaimer on it, because I don't even know, like, why I didn't do that from the beginning. It's not right. I hate when you're doing something and stuff pop on your laptop or your electronic. Boss, Sister Missy, I'm working at home. Basima apomo eti saying. I hope so. Yes, so I don't need shira thank you, boss. Thank you. Hey, mobile son mama mitia is so big. Oh, Sister Missy, you see, you see, like, by the grace of God, Ain't to say, like, let me stick to English, because when it comes to self now, it's huge. I want to make sure that, because English is universal. Excuse me, sometimes people are like, oh, I think I won't country. Why are you not speaking your native language? You come from baby and pet and some with you. But you have people now. I have Nigerian friends, Haitian friends, uh, all race. I have friends in all race, and some of them they be like, I came, but I couldn't understand what you're saying, even though I'm not sure who's been translating. Sometimes I watch the video over, and some of the translations are like way off. I'm like, what? I didn't say that. So I'm going to be speaking more English than um, the Akan language. If anybody wants me to speak the Akan language more, you can bring your topics. We have to speak the Akan language because it revolves around our society and community. But when it comes to self now, I think say with the pandemic and everything that's going on, the challenges, losses, and all other stuff, it's good to come and motivate people. Now, self stands for a lot of things. For me, having the opportunity to take century model, I understand self to, and I like it. I like it that terms. Self to stand for the S is for safety, which is something that we need in our life. Putting safety measures in places when there is a pandemic going on, and decisions that we make, making sure that the person you're bringing into your life or the person you're interacting with, your circle of friends, everyone around you is safe, because someone can be so jealous of you, so envious of you. It can escalate into that person hurting you physically, emotionally, psychologically. The S stands for emotions. Emotions, we go through emotions, like we have different type of emotions. We go through a lot of emotional struggle, including emotional abuse, by partners, friends, family members, and people around us. And then the L stands for loss. I mean, talking about the pandemic, I have results into not watching the news most of the time or listening to CNN 24/7. I listen to some, maybe a good hour or so. I will listen, but I don't sit on it and just take on everything, like, because you see the number of death in US, like you feel so empathetic, so sad for all those family members who had lost a loved one. It's not easy. It's not easy at all. I have family friend who was in US for a long time. He retired, went to Ghana, enjoy life, and then he decided to come back to US because he said that life has not been easy financially. Things are getting tough, even though he was getting um his retirement money. It wasn't enough for him. And that's why we talked about, Miss Mendy has talked about it, Sister Amamense has talked about it, Sister Awumriku has talked about it, Sister Akosia Williams has talked about it, Boss Lady has talked about it, Mrs. Mama Tess, even though she say one year program, or also Akasa, like Bishop Michael Abwajigansa, like Apostle Nananya Nsem and his wife, Asafu Mami Dora Nananya Nsem, they all have talked about it, in doing investment. But the one person, like the two, some people have talked more about it than others, and it's always good for you to invest for the future. And before you invest, you always have to acquire knowledge, do research, in making sure that what you're investing into is not something that you will not gain nothing out of it. It doesn't make any sense for you to invest into things and then at the end of the when you need it the most, you will not be able to do so. So he decided to come back to US during the pandemic, everything. sadly, when he came, less than 3 to 4 months later, he contracted the virus, and he passed away. I mean, I felt that if he had stayed in Ghana, he would have a better chance in being alive today. But God only knows as to whether or not that is the truth. So, I mean, that's human natures. We think about certain things like, hey, brother, I see you do that. Well, what about I say? If you are here now, I have to mind myself. Oh. Sister Benny, Mamin Kasa, bro, Mamin Kasa. Let me talk. Brother Coffee Boy, how are you? Long time no see. Where have you been? So, like, sometimes we say, I should have, I would have, I could have, mihuyanka, and so now catch it. And, like, America obviously, have not gotten hold or control of this virus. I mean, I feel that in order for us to like slow the virus down, we have to take it upon ourselves to take the precautions. It's not something that will, that the steps are so easy: social distancing, maintaining good hygiene, washing your hands, and wearing a mask. Some people, because of their preconditional situation, they might not be able to wear the mask throughout. Even people who do not have precondition, we like sometimes you need to breathe some fresh air. But like there are so many information coming. Sometimes they're saying it's staying in the air. So, like I don't know what to believe. When I go outside, I wear mask all the time. I don't take it off to breathe. I know how long I'm going to spend outside, and then when I come to my home is sanitized and everything. I will take it off and breathe in and breathe out whatsoever. It's just, it's real. This virus is not going anywhere. Hi, mommy, Mrs. Amamensa. Hi, how you doing? I want to say it's good to see you. Well, about swear making sure so make a comment, and I say, "Ube frɛ wo ba." Now, also, I bet you about the power of self. Nneɛma a yɛsi yɛyɛ yɛn ankasa yɛtake yɛyɛ ɛwɔ yɛ abrabɔ mu. All the things, decisions we make, the things that we want to build into our life. Hey, my blood beauty sister Aisha Ankra Apomu Eti saying, welcome, oh, welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh, boss lady. Okay, brother Kofi, let me just catch up. Won't buy sister near the answer now, person can't you can't to one near Oh my goodness gracious. Man, good morning to you as well. And then me early voting. Me vote to my vote is going to count. Me put on all my gears, and I'm going to stand on that line before I come live this afternoon with Sopho Samuel Okoso. Yes, I have to go vote. Corner, yeah, you not say be a program near see a chunko and I see a postpone. I will have to do that because me feel say Tuesday no line be too long. It be a nipa bebre train on my vote to last minute and so no yeah I not. It's like do or die things. I don't want to be put in a situation. They say, times have changed. We have to like figure out alternatives, how to like maintain safety. So like, the L loss, people have lost a loved one. My cousin who was a nurse had passed away like mid this year. I think her name was like circulating on social media. Her last post was like, asking people to be to taking precautions, keeping themselves safe, social distancing. But because of her line of work, she did contracted the virus at some point, and by the time that the family became aware of it, it was too late. And she passed on. And it's not easy. It's not easy at all. So it's like people need to take this virus seriously, taking care of themselves and also their loved ones and other people around. Those who are being ignorant, you know, let them be. Let them be, but you protect yourself. Okay, so the power of self. And then the F is for future. What are some of the realistic short term goals, long term goals that you can put in place that will help you succeed in life? Be happier, enjoy your life, enjoy your relationship, your marriages, and so forth. I don't know. Excuse me for a minute. I need to get me some water. I feel like something is in my throat. Muntie, take me home a little bit, right? Sorry, guys, because my throat all of a sudden my throat felt dry. All right, so putting things in place that will not have you struggle in the future, especially when you retire. The money that the government is giving you is not enough. At least you made plans. You invest. You did good investment. Also, you have a will. You have life insurance, making sure that you don't really leave a lot of debt for your family to deal with it, because it seems like when people die, uh, funeral costs a lot. So don't be one of those people who will leave us uh, through natural death or contracting, God forbid, contracting this virus, and you leave us too soon, and then your family has to worry about financial issues, problems. Um, my dear, my dear brother Oliver Jemfi Apomu Etete, thank you for tuning in, because your name is like it stood out for me, because me said them who programs. So maybe you've been on, but I haven't been paying attention. But that's it, brother King David KD. Also, me ma akwaba. I think that's about it. Sister Yisha Sudan. I say the power of self is all about finding the inner magic. Certainly, most certainly, and sis, Yamisha. And so we have self. S is for safety, E is for emotional or emotion, L is for loss, and F is for future. So however you understand it, just go with it. But this is where I'm coming from. This is my frame of mind. Um, so like the power of self, when it comes to that, what we feed into our mind becomes a reality and a certain condition in our lives, because when you thinking about negative things, it's toxic. At some point it's going to take control of you, and most of the decisions that you make in the beginning, you feel that you're on top of the world, but at the end of the day, you stand to lose more than the person that you're doing whatever to. You think you gossiping about, you trying to ruin, you hurting the person, abusing, and all that stuff. It's important for people to not limit themselves by feeding into negativity, because it requires negativity does requires less work. And it does attract people, so, and it also make you stand out, because when you're a negative person, people going to talk about you. They're going to talk about some of the things that you displaying on social media. Yeah, you get your 15 minutes fame, but at the end of the day, uh is people, the same people liking, loving, laughing, they really truly laughing about you because you making a mockery out of yourself. And also give you a momentum, purpose, something that will not last forever. It's just you in your moment. And so being in your moment, like you think, oh, I have people like me. I have so much people that like encouraging me to do. Why those people are not coming in front of the camera to make a fool out of themselves? Your relationship, your marriage, your whatsoever is not going well. Deal with it. That's your issue to deal with it. If you need professional counseling, professional support, there are a lot of counseling out there. If you want to educate yourself, you can do informal education. You Google on things and you learn things. You learn to just be able to take care of your self need. Self-care is so important. Oh my goodness. Like, I used to not like take care of myself at all. Everything I was focusing on was work, 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 work. Wow. Oh, can I have one? Oh, come on, baby. Oh, Kay went and bought some chair pillows and they look marvelous. I want to show it off. Just one. Come on, hon. Let me see. Wow, isn't this beautiful? Look at that. Oh, that's so nice. And it goes so well with our chair. Hey, so this is how you didn't come home early. You went shopping. Is it raining? Oh, wow, that's nice. Let me put one in my back. I'm going to enjoy it first. Oh my goodness. Self-care is so important. Like, I was focused on work, 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 how to make everybody happy, with the exception failing to like focus on myself, because I didn't want people going through difficulties or struggling with anything. So I'm always for the rescue, to the rescue, not knowing that, there were some people around me who did not give a jinkies about me. They didn't care. Whereas I was like protecting other people. Well, that was my thinking, my perception. There were some people who were like also planning against me and ready to give me a boot in the buttock, Sister Aisha Ankra say, our mind is like the creative coordinator behind the inception of our dreams and aspiration. The direction that we place behind our thoughts and corresponding beliefs can either develop us, or did you mean develop us in um, develop us in anxiety and fear, or proper us to great heights. Most definitely, that is right. um Thank you, Sister Isha. And it's bam 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 bam, you so very right. A lot of people don't realize that. I remember growing up, people would say what you think about, that's what you bring into your dreams. I mean, I cannot imagine like people who are negative, always thinking negative, gossiping, lying. Like, oh my gosh, they must be having nightmares about their problems. Is not my problems. So, oh, I see. Well, that's okay. Um, Sister Aisha Ankra. Hey, Sister Aisha Ankra. What's that? What's it, Bravo? Says your topics. Wow, and thank you. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Sister Isha Ankra said, self care and self love all the way. Bam, 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 bam. Sis, hi. When it comes to self care, self everything, like I am selfish with that. I never used to be because it's like, hey, Sister Angelina Ba, good to see you again with your knowledge, and thank you for joining. It's amazing. So it's like, I was focusing on people. I wasn't even taking care of myself. There were days that I will go to work. I don't eat breakfast. I don't eat lunch. I will not eat for the whole day, drink water this way because I don't like using outside bathrooms. So, and drinking water will automatically have you use the bathroom because I don't know what people do when they go to they use public bathrooms or at workplace. Some people are nasty. They don't wash their hands when they go to the bathroom, and they will use the water faucet, and then like you touching it. So it's like if it's necessary and I have to use the restroom, the bathroom, I have to like get paper. I always walk around with paper towel in my pockets, and I will use that to open the tap, the faucet, and then wash my hands, and then, you know, turn the faucet off, and then use the other one to like kind of dry my. If they have the dryer in the bathroom, I will just use that as, alternative, and then save my paper towels. And I said, putting my paper towels in my pocket. I do not carry pocketbooks, handbags. I don't carry handbags. I stopped carrying handbags over 5 years, 5, 6, or maybe more years ago, when my older sister was robbed at knife point, and then the second time was at gunpoint. So I choose not to carry handbag, pocketbook at all wherever I go. I choose not to carry my credit cards around. I choose to and like if I'm going to get something like I need to go shopping, where I put my card is not in my pocket and I'm not telling. I'm not telling. It's not in my bra either. Okay, so I don't carry a lot of cash on me. I don't carry my credit card unless I have to like go shopping. And sometimes there are some places, you just give them your social security because they know you, and then I'll take a picture of my card, and then I'll just let them do it manually. I will punch it in manually because there are places that you can do that with your driver's license. I have like some of my credit card. I have CID, ask for ID, and 1 out of 10 people ask. Only one person out of 10 people, only one person ask me. The other nine. So imagine somebody is using my credit card. The person will be able to use it without my knowledge. Isn't that sad? Because I purposely put ask for ID, and they never asked me for my ID. So if the card is mine or not, oh well, they just making sales. So Sister Angelina Ban says, anything the mind of a person can conceive and believe, the mind of that person can achieve. Bam, most certainly. She went on to say the incredible power of self. On Napoleon Hill. No correct, no correct. Self is a powerful tool. You have to focus on yourself. Like if you don't focus on yourself, I'm telling you, like most of the decisions that you make and some of the things that you do, you end up hurting your own self. I'm telling you, a lot of people don't care about you. I know a lot of people don't care about me, but that's okay because I care for me. That's enough for me. to live my life to the fullest. Miss Mendy would say, live your life to the fullest, most definitely. Sister Aisha Ankra said, we are the creators of what we think and feel when it comes to power of self-love. Ah, jeez. And then the mukumio. Power of self-love. Self-love. I love myself to the extreme. I don't I don't wait for people to grow to love me. I love me because I didn't start out my life loving myself, caring for myself, assessing myself, having self discipline. It took me some time, in my late 30s to 40s. That's when I started practicing all these things. And can you imagine all those years wasted? You know, it's incredible how, like, some of us, we make decisions and we think that some of the decisions that we're making is the right decision because of our perception, our mind, what we think of, what we know, what we have been raised with. Foundation is so very important. Even if you have not been taught of certain things, you need to be able to acquire knowledge and start building a stronger, healthier, fruitful, knowledgeable foundation. You have to know exactly what you want. What do you want? And what do you need? The focus should be on your need, not your desire, want. Because wants can be achieved at any point in your life. Your need is necessary in your life. So, like, people should not feed into negativity, because negativity, a lot of people feed into it because they don't have to do no work. Okay. And then, as I said earlier, they have a momentum purpose. They think that, oh, I have so many people supporting me. Yeah, they laughing at you, and also, um, all this kind of things that you create for yourself, right? The negativity, your negative mindset, your negative decision, um, things that you do, it destroys. It does not build. It does not add to your life. As I said in the beginning, it's like people doing voodoo and witchcraft and all that crazy stuff. In the beginning, you think like you are winning, but you have to focus on your your end, because at the end of the day, you're going to suffer. Yeah, I have family member, like, my mom. I love my mother dearly, because my mother, she say it as it is. She does not hide the truth. She speaks the truth to you. Growing up from younger age, before she traveled to America, she told us, everything, how our grandmother passed away, because of jealousy and enviousness and greediness. Her own brother, you know um used poison to make palm soup and brought it to her. They went to this shrine and got all this ingredients, whatever, I guess, uh, ingredients to kill. And they did what they have to do. And my grandmother got sick and passed away. And the person that did so, my mother made sure that we know who he was, and not to go in the house. And if they ask us to come eat, we should not eat in other people's place, because you don't know what the person cooked with it. If if you are one of those person, you go to anybody's place, everybody offer you food and stuff, you take it. You don't know if the person have a good intention or bad intention. So my mom made sure that we don't do that. And so there were times that I would be so hungry, not because my parents were not sending money. They were sending money, but one or two of my uncles were like just that greedy, and they were using the money for themselves and for their family, and for us, whose parents, my mom and dad, were working hard, to take care of us, but they did not realize that they were taking care of other people and their own children. So it's a long story. Anyhow, this person, like, I remember one time he came to one of my uncle and he told my uncle that when I see him outside, I don't say hello to, I do not acknowledge him. Why should I acknowledge you? For God's sake, you killed my grandmother. My grandmother did not die a natural death because you you envious of her. If you have two people, one person makes sure that their children, my grandmother makes sure that her children, including my mother, even though they wanted my mother to get married at early age because she was the only female, my mother have the mentality to make to want better and more, so she refused to get married, and she uh, went to school on her own. She even ran away from home to like make sure that she pursued her dreams. And mommy, thank you for that. God bless you. I love you dearly from the bottom of my heart, because your decision has, impacted me to be the person that I am today. So my mom will not have it. She makes sure she pushed herself and uh, got educated, get some education. Education is very important. She wasn't going to have that, which is awesome. So, like, he complained about me. I didn't really care because I already know the type of person that he is. And at times I'll be really hungry. I go to a friend's house or people's house, and that same house, and they will be having like, yam, uh, plantain, fufu, and all. You will call me, and I will say no, thank you. I will not eat. You hear my stomach grind, but I still say I'm not hungry. I will not eat. Me na me will be fie me nko be fie nkodi because of adrimbonenti. Yeah, I never ate at people's house because of wickedness and evil mindset people. So, yeah, my brothers, my family, my siblings, my sisters, we were taught well not to eat at people's house because you don't know what that person uh, intentional is. My mom was not there to protect us. We were there to protect ourselves. So the fact that we did not eat at people's house, we survived. We did not die, most definitely. Oh, I read this. Uh, Sister Angelina Van says, I can't care about others if I don't care about myself. You simply can give to others what you don't have. Most certainly. And I am big on that. And I talk about, in order for me to love someone, I have to learn to love myself. In order for me to care for someone, I have to care for myself. Every single thing that I want to do for other people, I have to put self in front because I'm not doing it. Mm-mm. If I cannot do it for myself, I'm not doing it for that. And bam, 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 Sister Angelina, bam. I mean, sure, like you are on point. Sister Angelina Bam says, some wicked family members. I kid you not, oh, I just don't understand. So, like, the point I'm making, like, my grandmother's brother, he has he is a farmer, and productive farmers, they do make money, and he have his children doing the same thing. And then my grandmother, most of her children went to school. They were well educated, you know and of course, if you have a farmer who is ineffective, they're not going to make nothing out of it. and then you have someone who is well educated, of course they're going to get jobs and they'll be able to succeed. So he felt jealous and envious that my grandmother's children were successful than his own children. And that was the result. My grandmother did not do him any harm. She was just a caring, loving, trustworthy, um, successful. My grandmother used to sell, she sell tomatoes, but she was well off. But what happens? You have a sibling who does not have emotional intelligence and back home with that negativity, always thinking that their failure and their unsuccessful life is the cause of another family member because that family member is well off. It is just so foolish in so many ways. And that's what happened. He killed my grandmother. He took my grandmother's life. I never grew to know my grandmother because when my grandmother passed away, I was 6 months old. She only held me for a couple months. And, my older sister knew of my grandmother. So at times she would talk about her. And sometimes she would be like, my grandmother. I'll be like, what do you mean your grandmother? It's our grandmother. So my grandmother has been gone. She has been gone out of our life for over 40 something years. As old as I can be, taking off 6 months. So, I mean, but my mother did well. My mother is a strong, independent, knowledgeable, educative, caring, loving, anything successful woman. I mean, she has come a long way and she has done so much for the family and for herself. Now she has retired as a nurse, but I want her to like focus on herself because she's still, trying to help other people. And, even sometimes when she does not have things, she always finding ways, she always finding ways to help people. And sometimes I'll be like, listen, you need to, I know you caring, you a giver, but you need to put a limit to that because I do know some friends of hers and some family members and other people take advantage of my mother's kindness. And, it's not fair, but that's how people are. Brother Adia Penanie. Hey, brother Adia Penanie, who watch you? Apomo is saying, me who watch rough. It's good to see you. Oh, hello, my adorable sister. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Happy Saturday to everyone here. Thank you. Happy Saturday to you as well. Apomo Etisen. And to say, like when you focus, if people are choosing to focus on themselves, I don't think they will have the time to think ill of other people or to focus on other people's success instead of their own. When you are determined, we all have unique abilities, capabilities, but when you are so focused on other people, you limit yourself to settle for less, and you become envious and jealous of your own family members, your own children, your own um, partner, and your own friends because you have not made it where they are. What is stopping you from getting to that level? Yourself. It's you. Who is stopping yourself from growing? So it's a whole lot of things when it comes to self, but being negative, I think my mother's uncle, what he did, he might have regretted afterwards, but in the beginning, I think he only regretted it that what he did was found out, and most family member was aware of it. I learned of this when I was 10 and a half years old. So like, my mom make sure that, she provide us all the tools to be very careful and mindful around that particular person, and also people in general, not to be trustworthy of so many people, but at the same time, you just be smart about some of the decisions that you made. I made decisions not to be alone in a room with a male person, with a man, with someone who can overpower me. I made that decision because my mother empowered us with that knowledge. Yes, 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 most definitely. Sister Angela Naba says, Sister Adwa, sorry, your mom will keep on giving all the time. I have the same issue with mine. Really, I mean, I know, like, it's good to give because that's part of the blessing. You be blessed. But sis, I kid you not. I mean, don't like work so hard to. We can save everyone, no matter how giving you are, how good, how caring you are, and so forth. Like, you cannot save everyone. So, like, if you're going to be giving, or, like, help other people, make sure that is those people who are really in need, because there are some people, they are not in need of certain things that they asking from you. They asking from you because they just plain greedy. They're greedy and jealous of what you have, because they're trying to, like, get ahead of you. But when you do things in the wrong way, in a negative aspect, at the end of the day, you're going to end up, taking all the your life is not going to uh increase. Most definitely. I know people, I have some family members that I witnessed, because they were so wicked and evil. At the end of the day, right now, they're not alive. They dead. And before they die, what they went through, it makes you think twice. Because this uncle of my mother I'm talking about, when he was on his deathbed, along with his wife, because when they made the decision to poison my grandmother, to take my grandmother's life, it was the both of them in cahoots. They 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 thought of it together. They planned together. Both of them. I remember I was in boarding school, but, like, when we have midterms and we on vacation, we come home. You can hear the both of them screaming in the middle of the night, asking God to take them because they are in pain, constant pain. Eh? And you know how a person is alive and their skin is rotten, his legs were rotten. And it stinks so bad. Everything that he did, it came back on him. And I'm happy it came back on him because he did all that. He made all those decisions. You walk past him, hush. Every time he's walking back and forth, even he trying to conceal everything, you see flies following him everywhere. And he goes to church. I don't want to say the church name. He was one of the church leaders. Oh my gosh, it's really messed up. Oh, he was one of the church leaders, and yet the wickedness and the evil in him, unbelievable. You can't produce a human being. You cannot make a human being. Well, we can produce through soko pimping, but he chose to take a person's life, somebody's mother, someone's grandmother. He chose to do that. he chose to end somebody's life. Why do people do that? Eh? All because the person is successful. Me nana na ɔbɔ ne ho mmɔden paa. Ɔmo nwini me nana ba. Obi menhyia obiara na obiara ka nipa ne ho asɛm bɔne. Ɛyɛ a yɛsi nipa wu a wɔnka ne ho asɛm bɔne ba. Wei sɛ ne deɛ is the truth. Is the truth. She has such a good heart and she was trustworthy. She will give her last cities to anyone. And she was a hard, strong, working woman. And someone just made a decision to take her life because they envious and jealous of her children being successful. But he paid at the end. I heard some of his cries. I wasn't there all the time because of school. But some nights when I came home, I heard some of his cries. I heard it. Excruciating pain. He was in pain. You can tell. So if you do good, you do for yourself. If you do bad, you do for yourself. Nobody. Humans who may not see your mindset, we can tell your mindset and the things that you do behind closed door and in the dark. But God sees everything. And it's not everything that you get away with. Karma is real. Whatever you do, it bounces back to you. It comes back to you. It don't matter how many years it takes. Believe in me, you're going to feel it. Brother Diapena says it's really heartwarming to be on your page, my sister. Hello, Angie, Missy, Amwako, and everyone. I am doing well. Minyaba Ajwa. Amen, amen, amen. And thank you so very much, bro. I appreciate you and your presence. You know, I have nothing but love for you, bro. Sister Angelina Bassett, you don't keep giving to lazy self entitled people. It's draining. Yes, the takers. There are some people, their goal in life to always asking, always begging. Oh my gosh, what is your purpose in this world? You always asking for help. When would somebody else come to you to ask for help? Why? Lazy. You have some people like, when their family member is in abroad, is in abroad now. That's what they live their life on. I have some, like, I went to Ghana in 2001. No, in 2000 when I went. A lot of things happened in 2000. But like, some of the things that I heard in our home town or that Achimoda, like, there was this family friend who was friends with my baby sister, and the mother of that person went to the market, and she was really speaking so negative, in every way possible. I don't know where her mind frame is, but she showed that her poor characteristic, because her son was dating in my family. So it's like her thing that she was telling people that she only allowing her son to be with this person in our family because of the money, right? But like, she's not going to allow her son to marry the family member in my family. And when I heard of that, I was like, wow, that is amazing for someone to think of that. That is a shame. That is such a shame. But everything that we do in life, it comes back to us. Karma is a bitch. I'm not making it up. It's real. So we just have to be mindful, take care of ourselves. Before I will choose to help anyone, I have to make sure they say I'm financially stable and I'm in good place to be able to help somebody else, because I'm not showing off just because I'm in America. No, I don't have that much money. I have money that will sustain me. I have a roof over my head. My husband and myself, my family, we can feed ourselves. We're not begging from anybody. If I can help, I will help. But if I can help, I'm not going to promise anybody nothing. Mm-mm. I work hard for my money, most definitely. Whoa, Sister Angelina and Brother Diapana, I love the fact that you guys have a nickname for each other. Adi, hi Adi. I like it. That's awesome. That is so lovely. Hey, Miniamba, our friend Gia, and knowledgeable one sister Shaila Amajo Adamson. Apomo Etis saying, Odo one indeed, Miamini bum. The power of self. So we need to be able to all the negativities, I was talking in terms of this, sharing some of personal family stuff, just to make a point that all this type of negativity, will cause failure in one's future. It also gives you false hope by fooling you to think you belong, you are accepted, even though you are making a mockery of yourself as you move forward. You are settling for less. It can also cause you to always chase others' love, uh, chase others to care for you, copying other people lifestyle, uh, not being successful enough, with no realistic goal in your life. You can't even use your brains to function, you know. Common sense, everybody is born with common sense, but the one thing that we cannot fight about is that there are some people whose mind are inactive. Sometimes when I say this now, some people think that I'm trying to insult them. I'm not trying to insult you, because if you are someone who is comfortable and certified to settle in life with just common sense, basic fundamental sense, that's the foundation of everything. I'm sorry, like, you are settling for less. Common sense will not bring you far. You need to learn to acquire knowledge and develop wisdom, using your emotional intelligence effectively, learning effective communication, respecting yourself, not caring about what other people think of you as to whether you're doing something good or bad. You take accountability of your actions or your mistake and you work on it, you fix it. What are some of the things I can do better? That's on you. It's every decisions that we make, every thought that we have, every action is on us. So we need to stop the blaming game, the excuses, and giving reason as to who is not doing what. It's you. You, everything stamps on you. Yeah. As we grow, when you are young, you can make certain decisions on your own. However, as time goes on now, you have to be able to fully pause. You got to pause and reassess everything growing up. What are some of the things that you was not able to get? Your family did not provide for you. You did not achieve. What can you do differently as you being an adult? Who is stopping you from achieving all that? Yourself. You listen to foolishness and nonsense, and then you don't succeed and you blaming a friend, a family member, your partner. Shame on you. Like, I just don't quite understand some people. It's like, oh no, Brother Diapena, I know that Sister Angela Naba is Angie. I know. I said I love the two of you giving each other um nicknames, you know. Oh my gosh, but that's beautiful. It shows the type of um people that you guys are and the love and the care. It's amazing. Yes. So like, many people, men and women alike, are more inclined to copy others without having a clear understanding of the basic lifetime changes, effectively using their emotional intelligence on on necessary because they almost sound like the negative aspect, and important things in their life. Certain individuals spend most of their entire lives focusing on petty and pathetic things without thinking about their future successes, all because they want to satisfy others and are focused on what others think of them, which is like sad because like when you focus on about what others think of you, you just accepting where you are. You don't want to grow. You yo, I just don't get it. Why do I care what this person think of me? They don't know me. People that know me personally, they know me that you see, God did not give me this mouth to just sit and watch people say stupid things, foolish things, nonsense. And if I have knowledge about it, I'm just going to sit back and listen to them. I mean, like, if I listen to someone within 2 minutes, even less than 2 minutes, if the person is not making sense to me, I'm moving on. Yes, I'm not liking it. I'm not loving it. I'm not laughing about it. I will not show any emotions. I will not share. So it's like, friends, family, supporters, and people who followed me and support me. Like when I do a program and you feel that it had helped you and it will be beneficial to somebody, that's when you share. That's when you like. That's when you love. Because we all have different level of understanding and intelligence. Maybe the angle I'm coming from, you may not have clear understanding. And that's why I always also encourage people like be part of this conversation, share your views, if you have something productive, to add to this program, do so. That's why I like reading comments also to make sure that, you know, we all learn together because every day when I do program, I always learn something new. Yes. Because when you think one way, it's not good because it's like one direction. It's good to have different aspects. So please do not hesitate to share your views, your opinion, and everybody's opinion matters and counts, because we are speaking from our level of intelligence. Our emotional intelligence is so important. You speak, you think before you speak, think twice before you speak once. That's some things that I learned in the past, and it so makes sense because you have some of us, we are reactive. When we hear things, we don't pause, we don't take exercise patience, we just go at it, as to whether you have all the facts. You just go and get into unnecessary arguments, fights. No, take time, reassess, assess the situation. Why do you think this came about? And what a find solution or alternative ways to approach the situation. You have to do that. Hey, why is this thing not charging? Is there a reason why it's not charging? Hey, excuse me. I don't know why my thing is not charging. Oh, Now it's charging. Good. Thank God. Hmm. My dear Salome, Africa. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey, Odoyewu one. Chiamieje. Welcome. Okay. Sister Angelina Ba. Chop kisses. Sister Angelina Ba said, time need to pause and reflect every now and then. That is how we grow and mature as human beings. Sis, like we do need to pause. Time does not stop for us. We can go back and change things. We can stop time from moving, but we as human beings, we can make sure that we pause in to reflect on things. Reflecting on things is like really important. That's for me, is self-assessment. Being able to assess yourself, where you coming from, where you are, and where you want to go. Sister Ama, that's what I know. Hey, Sister Ama say, what do you dance? Oh my gosh. This is Ama Mensi. Maybe for say be a walk out charge. Say what that what that's what I know. Oh, MG, let me see something. Like, oh my gosh, Sister Ama. You wow. Okay. Okay, so and then MBA me pamucho mun join me ni Sofo Samuel Okoso. Um yeah, be continue the in-law issues, but we're going to mainly focus. Last week we talked about the mother-in-laws and the father-in-laws, but today we're going to talk about sister-in-laws and brother-in-laws, the other stuff, Annie. That's what we're going to do, talk about today, because there are so many things that happens with some people now. Like you can't think far. Yeah, it's amazing. Yes, Sister Angela Nabami, that's it. More productive contribution. Sister Amabana obe distract me. You know, when you saw the Chiamia Semubema. Okay, don't come and distract, okay? Because when I sister Masha here, I can Nsem be a Nsem be aba with the young funny sir. Um so let's move away from the negative aspect, because negativity, for me, I see that it destroys life. It limits people for growth and change. And negativity, like, promotes jealousy, enviousness, greediness, all the negative aspects. So, well, the word itself should describe itself. I don't like negative people. I try not to be around negative people or think negative. Every now and then someone will say something or do something to you that a thought will cross your mind, but get rid of it, because bam 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 bam. Sa pepe. She the big keka ankasa. Send your brother. Brian will end his Nasamo Bekano. Oh wow. Ama Manson, Oba Pa Princess Ama Papebi. You the be keke. I am now the holy Ama Nenswa. Me boa sister Ama. So, like, be positive. It's really important for us to be positive. And thinking not thinking positively will empower people to add to their life, and work on themselves without worrying about foolishness and nonsense. We need to train our thought to be better and do our very best in all things. Never give up, no matter what your circumstances, your challenges are in life. If and when plan B does not work, pause to assess and try again. If you still do not make any strides, then move on to plan B with strategic planning, realistic goals, exercising patience, giving yourself time for changes or for change to take its form. When you see people succeeding in life through social media, in within families and your circle of friends, take time to ask them questions how they did it. Learn from other people, other positive people, motivational speakers, inspirational speakers, those who really truly teach, give resources, and give productive teachings. Always ask questions when you do not understand something, resulting in insult, disrespect, and name calling will not bring any growth in your life. You actually show people and you tell people your poor characteristics and the type of person that you are. Such person, if you choose to settle with such person, your life is always going to be on a roller coaster. If you have somebody positive, it doesn't mean that your life is always going to be on point. Yes, no, there's going to be some challenges, some difficulties, some struggles. But in every situation, there are always millions of solutions. Negativity is only one way to solve things. When you think positive, there are millions, trillions of ways to find solutions. It's just that some of us are comfortable to settle with less. We don't want to learn, we don't want to make an effort. So we settle with less. Mhm. We think negative. Every little thing, somebody is going to think negative of you. I know, like when I do program and I dance, not everybody is favorable to that, but that's not my case. That's part of my cardio. That's part of my personality. It's either you love me or you don't love me. Quite frankly, I don't care because my life is in my hands. I am in control of my life. I am in control of my decision, things that I do. I have to be considerate of some of the things that I do if it's going to affect people that I care for and I love dearly, then I have to like kind of like tweak it. My parents knows I love to dance. My family knows I love to dance. My husband knows. In fact, he fell in love with my dancing before he came forward to ask me out and to even come get on the floor and dance with me. So how is he going to expect me to stop? No, it's not happening. So and also one thing that most of us need to understand that comparing our love for someone else's does not make the person with you love you more. No, you need to learn to love yourself more. We all want to be loved, most certainly, and that is well noted. Mhm. But do not lie to yourself about the kind of love you want to have, because you will be more inclined to lie to others also, because when you start lying to yourself, that your partner loves you, people that you are around, they all love you, even though you see some behaviors and you see certain things that you know that as much as you love that person, they don't even come close to one quarter of the love that you have for them. They don't care for you. They with you because of the money that you're producing for them. Sister Cecilia and I did a program called ATM Lovers. Some person came and joined in that conversation with Sister Amajo. Like, we have some women who produce money to their men just for the men to stay with them, and they know that the man is cheating, with other people, but they are so desperately in need of this person being with them, they will do anything, give anything, and settle for anything. Oh, hell to the no. They start lying to themselves and they start lying to other people. Somebody will see them, like Sister Amma. Let me use myself and Sister Amma because I know I'm safe. Like Sister Amma will see me and say, Adwa, how is it going? Like with Kay, and I'll be like, if things are not going well, I'll be like, oh, Kay and I are wonderful. We are so great. Kay loves me and I love him. In fact, things has never been better. Like, and then inside you lying. Not only are you lying to yourself, you had just lied to someone that you talk about, you care for. If things are not going well, you can say, oh, like, things are going, but there are some things that we need to work on. But we will be able to get over the hassle, hmm the lump, because hey, in every relationship and marriage, there are some struggles and challenges. It could be anything, just because your husband or your wife is not listening to you. I just don't understand. Like, it's the two of you in a relationship. So if one is not listening to another, why are you in that marriage? Leave the marriage. I don't condone in divorce, but if you are not happy, why are you in it? I think Kay will go crazy if we have an argument or disagreement and we do not address it effectively with effective communication and giving each other's respect and space, access. He will go crazy because I'm going to be a nuisance. I am going to be a nuisance. I'm just being real. I'm speaking my truth. He will not have a peace of mind because we have to address it. We have to get to the bottom of that. Why are you thinking in such manner? Is there a reason? Have I given you a reason to doubt me, to not trust me, to judge me, to, like, you have to question your partner. You have to question people around you. And if they can give you a reasonable reasons, then you have to advise yourself. You have to be mindful of what some of the things that you say and do. Hey, I have to go vote too. I'm going to conclude in a minute. So we do have to make sure that the things that we do, and when we don't lie to ourselves about the relationships that we in, if it's not going well, find ways, solutions, alternatives, to work on it. If it's not working out, man, I'm not wasting my time on that shoot. With my happiness, I don't have time for that. And I will be single and enjoy. Nowadays, there are ways and means to enjoy. Hey, that's done. We're going to the last one. We're going to the last one. Oh boy. Okay. Let's see. Sorry, guys. So, wanted to be loved, you have to make sure that you do love yourself. Do not boast your about your chemistry with your partner when there is no chemistry, which will distract you from your true capacity. Mhm. Capability. Very true. Like if the chemistry is not there, the romance is not there, the foreplay is not there, the intimacy is not there, nothing is there. Ah, my goodness, you're going to suffer. Uh, don't settle for less. It's important for us to recognize our worth, our value, our success, happiness, peace of mind, growth, change in life. Life do not define us by our partners, because if you see yourself that having your partner will help you define yourself, you're in big trouble. That means that, oh my gosh, you are so far behind. And it all depends on you. Every decision, every step you make, every thought you have, like everything you do in life, it depends on you, yourself. The power of self. I'm telling you, you have to, like, your lies, comparison, competition, uh, everything you do, it depends on you. Do not exaggerate your connection with your partner when there is nothing there. Pretense is something that a lot of people do. A lot of people pretend to be something that they're not. hmm Some people, some couples lack of compassion, some lack of honesty, being honest to themselves and their partner. Um, some of us lack of building, a healthy relationship in marriages because they fear to be alone, they fear to be single, they fear to be judged, they fear to be criticized, they fear that other people will gossip about them, lies and everything. Mm-mm. My life is my life, and I don't live my life to please people. No, I live my life to please myself because, hey, I am so important in this world. I am very important. You see, I told you guys, when it comes to self, I'm very selfish of it. It is unhealthy to compare your love to someone else's relationship and someone else's love, uh, because it does not improve your love for someone or for yourself. It doesn't improve your love, period. Comparing other couples, affection to yours does not make yours last for you, because what you're doing is that we have some people, they copy other people without having clear understanding where the couple started from, their struggles, challenges, because at times having differences, going through struggles, challenges together, and you guys are able to build each other up. You learn to connect, emotionally connect, and be able to have better understanding of each other, where each other is coming from. That's why it's important to, like, learn effective open communication, because when you guys talk with one another, spend time with each other, and encourage each other with positivity, also motivate each other, educate, teach one another, learn from one another. Like, you just building yourself stronger and stronger. Your love will gradually, manifest. Love does not hit you at once. It's a gradual process. But some people, love at first sight, I don't believe in love at first sight because I have never experienced it. But some people have experienced it. So when someone says, they believe in love at first sight, they speaking from their experiences. I'm not shutting that. I have not experienced that. But like, uh being with my husband, it wasn't love at first sight. I care for him. I have feelings for him. I was not in love with him. But as time went on, with through his action, not through his words, through his action, I grew to recognize that he does care for me. But still, no, my eyes are shine. There are many women and some men who settle for less, saying that they do not want to have children with multiple partners, and chooses to stay with an irresponsible, no good, useless, lazy, goalless, cheating, sorry ass, abusive, drunkard, angry, greedy, jealous, insecure, lying, unthoughtful, secretive, unsupportive, controlling, demanding, careless, on on incompassionate, empathetic, partner or partners. Listen, I am not for that. If I see the signs, I'm not ignoring the signs. I'm hitting the road for myself. I'm not doing that because my job is to not make other people happy. My job is to make me happy and transfer that into people that I care for, and also making sure that they're taking care of themselves in order to transfer that to other people. The more you do so, before you know it, everybody cares for everyone, everybody loves everyone, everybody like doing self-care. That's what it is. I cannot change K because K is who he is. K cannot change me because K knows that I am as stubborn as I could be, but at the same time, I am loving, caring, and fun to be with. And strong, independent person, with goal, realistic goals. So he knows that he hit the jackpot. Right, Kay? So, like, people who settles for less and, stay with their partner because of their understanding and the perception that they have that, oh, okay, I don't want to have children here and there, then don't have any more children. But believe in me, like, don't stay with somebody who will not add to your life, because you stand to lose everything when reality hits you, and your lies will start catching up with you. The power of self empowerment is the key to overcome anything in life. Learn to get to the level of your happiness by working on yourself, which the last part I posted yesterday, because that's where I want to end. Life is too precious. Hey, that's I mean who crampo say sister Missy, what comment to cry? Aye. Sister Missy Amwakon partner. Lovely, Karen. Beautiful, knowledgeable sister said. True, but my question is, Ajwa, but how would we know if someone is pretending to love their relationship? Okay, great question, Sister Missy. In life, like when you are with someone, you grow to know little things about the person, even the way you guys interact through your conversation. Sometimes, like with Kay, I will go to him and out of the blue, I will throw a question out there in the air just to pick his brains to see if he understand he's coming from the level that I am coming from, or if I want to like test him. Ask him some questions, like to the extent, like, what made him chose me to be his partner, because there are a lot of women. He knows some females. He's friends with some females, and most whom he did not have any sexual interaction with. But like, why did he choose me to be part of his life, to be his life partner? And sometimes, like, when he's taken aback, he'll be like, why would you ask me such question? I'll be like, I'm just curious. It's like, I want to know what's happening. But like, people who tends to pretend, some of the signs or some of the behavior that they would display is that they always like doing comparison. They always like, competing, and also making, belittling their partner, right? And putting them down, making them feel like they are worthless. So like your last stop is them. They belittle you for them to get you to the level that they want to get you, because when they're in control, that's when, like, when you fall for them, then they tell you that they no longer wants to be with you because you're not on their level, such as people who start a relationship with certain people because they want to further their education. You help them financially. Once they are able to acquire something, they tell you, say, oh, they did not realize that, in the beginning, when you were helping them financially and loving them, they did not realize that you're not their type and you're not on their level. But once they acquire something, they succeed in life and they able to plant their feet. Now they no longer want to be part of your life, and they will leave you. They don't care how much money you spend on them. Some of them also will pretend to love you. They show you a lot of affection, but it's just a face. They just want to gain whatever they want to gain from you, because we have a lot of women and men who always have hidden agenda. They're not coming, they're not planning to spend the rest of their life with you. They just there to get something out of you. Why? Sometimes I ask myself a question: why is it that there are some couples who has been together over 5, 10 years, have children together, yet they are not married? um, there's always something preventing them from getting married. And then before you know it, the person leaves you to go get married to somebody else because they say you cannot certify them to their level of need because of your behavior, your personality, how you carry yourself. You don't know how to talk in the midst of people, like when we go outside in the public forum. The way you talk, you sound more like a village person, like an intelligent person. You are an embarrassment to other people. I mean, like, we have had people pretend to love someone, especially in our Ghanaian community and society. Yɛwɔ nnipa bebree a wɔma ware nipa asomasi just because sɛ nipa no ne fie wɔ sika anaasɛ nipa no ɔne ne te no obenya biribi afiri ne hɔ. Yɛwɔ mmaa bi a wɔn wɔ mpena a saa mpena no ɔne no te sɛ wɔn dɔ wɔn ho, but ɛsiane sɛ wɔpɛ sɛ ɔba aburokyire nti no aburokyire ni bɛware no, ɔne bɛrima no ɛbɛka ɔmo ti abom na ɔmo ayɛ yi nti so ɔno ba aburokyi no benya baabi si a na wagyae bɛrima no anaasɛ vice versa wagyae ɔbaa no na wakɔfa neɛ ɔwɔ ayi efie no aba. I mean to say like so many people do a lot of this, and I'm not sure as to why they do that. Um, we have some people who also basically don't care about what they're doing to you because they know their plan from the get go. They're not planning to stay with you long. And they think, I mean, sometimes I have like, I ask my question, why do people pretend to care for you and love you when they truly do not care for you? We have friends, people that will befriend you and they really don't care for you, but because they need something from you, they will pretend to be around you to care for you. And then uh, whatever they get, whenever they get what they came for, before you know it, they will isolate themselves from you and they pretend like they don't know you. They will talk about you badly, even though you never did anything to them. Everything you did is all goodness, but they will still try to, if they see your circle of friends are adding to your life, they're going to start gossiping about you, lying about you. I don't like pretense people because I put them in a lukewarm situation because people who pretend, they don't truly let you know their true characteristic. You know, they don't let you know they are hot or cold. They lukewarm in between. So every single time you see different characteristic, and they're dangerous. Pretenders are dangerous people. This is like, as far as I know, people, they will speak and appear to be genuine, but they're not. They are not. And even your love making, um, the amount of time that they spend with you can also let it stand out. How they talk to other people and how they talk to you. That also should be um, a sign, a key. Sister Missy Amako said, because I believe the only time we will think someone is pretending in their relationship is when we know actually, when we know actually know the couple personally, or what do you think? In most cases, yes. Yes, in most cases, like if you know the person, but you know what? Sis, sometimes, you may think you know someone for real, and that person can fool you. So I think it go both ways. It's 50-50 on um, people that we don't know and people that we know, because many times who have the tendency to hurt us the most, those who are closer to you, because they know you so much, they know where they can hit you that will hurt you the most. So I think people that we think we know, we actually know can hurt us the most when they pretending to care for us and to help us. It's a lot. We just need to be very vigilant in decisions that we make, people that we interact with, we talk with. It's important. So basically, those are love on conditions. Yes, yes. Conditional love. That's right, and that is very bad, though. Yes, it is. We do have like conditional love. I mean, to say a chromo for majority of them, no, they they get into relationships and marriages based on conditional love because they stand to gain something out of the relationship. They're not thinking about their partner's needs. They're thinking about their desires and their wants. So those who pretend, they are more focused on desires and wants. They don't focus on the person's need and their need. Well, they don't even think of their need. It's mostly their want and desire. Ade a ɔmo pɛ nti no, ɛnyɛ ade a ɔmo hia. Obi wɔ hɔnom a n'ade a wɔpɛ no, ɔfeel sɛ ɛyɛ ade a wohia, nso na ɛyɛ ade a wɔpɛ. So people get confused with that. Some people like they misplace their feelings and their needs, because some people, they replace their needs with their desires and wants, and then they put their needs with their desire and wants, because they don't understand which one is which. They don't know which one is equally important. A lot of women and men are building their life based on their desires and their want, and not focusing on their needs. So by the time it gets to certain things, certain years, when it's too late, and then it hits them that, like, what did I do? What have I done? Why didn't I think of this? Duh, because you are so focusing on the petty stuff. A lot of people waste their life on negativities. Like, you have to make sure you always have a realistic goal, short term goal, long term goal. I mean, it's as simple as it can get. Sister Shaila Amma Joe Adamson said, when you intend to see everything right about them, you will never recognize the fake side of them. Oh my gosh, no crap. If you are open, you will see what you don't want. Most certainly. And we have people who will see the sign. They will see the yellow light. Yellow means be cautious, get ready to stop. The red light comes on, and they still do not stop, because just like what I said earlier, some people have two, three, four children with someone that they don't care for, someone they don't love, someone who is irresponsible, someone who has no sense of direction, someone who is irresponsible, someone who does not take accountability, someone who's always asking, draining, like, and they be all because they don't want to have children with multiple partners. So why did you keep having multiple children with the same person that you're not compatible with? I mean, that you it is it just baffles me. I don't know, but our understanding and emotional intelligence, again, is different. At times people do see the red light, but still they stay with that because that's what it is. That's their perception. That's the level of their intelligence. It doesn't move from the common sense basic fundamental level. No, I mean, like, I'm not going to live my life suffering inside. My husband needs to know my feelings, and I need to tell my husband when he does something that I'm not happy with. He needs to know the same way he has the right to let me know when I do some things that he's not happy with. But don't just go and complain. You also need to explain to your partner, yes, I need to have my partner understand where I'm coming from, to get him to really respect my decisions that I make, and vice versa. Because sometimes how I see things, he may not see things the same way. Or how you see things, your partner may not see things the same way. Your parents may not see things the same way. People around you may not see things the same way. Like that, those criticize and, judgment and hypocrite people say things because that's how they see things. But when you have different level of understanding and intelligence, how you where you put yourself, the level you put yourself, or how you measure your things, your thinking and everything, and yourself, is different from everybody. What works for me in my marriage may not work for somebody in their marriage. But sharing my experience and some of the coping skills that I have implement into my marriage, that had helped me over the years. Maybe that might help somebody else, and other people, they would just purely, plainly ignore it. But that's on them. I have done my part. The next is you yourself to figure out what makes you happy, how you can work on yourself, to really promote yourself to grow and change. Our mind is a powerful tool, but at the same time, is vulnerable to other people. When you allow other people to kind of like direct you all the time, what's gonna happen is that you giving your power away. Never give your power away and have other people think of you. You have the capacity and the ability to think for yourself. Do not settle for less. You are bigger than you think. Self is really important, it's essential in one's life. Focus on self, work on self, because if you allow other people to think for you, to make decisions for you, to take actions for you, to force you or brainwash you, manipulate you, lie to you, and for you to believe them now, that means to say, oh, my sister, my brother, my mother, my dear parents, you guys are in trouble. You are in trouble when you allow someone to think for you, do everything for you, ah, do 419, they're going to be rich, whereas you always going to leave poor. Don't give your power away. Empower yourself in every level. Even when you fall, it don't matter how many times you fall. Get on up and come out with a realistic plan for you and the people that you care for. If you're in a relationship, in the marriage, you know, you're planning to start dating or be with someone, put yourself first. You're not being selfish. When you talk about when you talk about selfishness in self, now I'm number one. I am very selfish when it comes to myself. Self care, self love, self assurance, self confidence, self assessment, self discipline, self respect, self everything. I am selfish in that. And I am proud of being selfish when it comes to self, because my safety, my emotions, my loss, and my future is equally important to me. Because if I am so stressed out, emotionally in pain, psychologically in pain, physically in pain, and all the others now, I will lose in the future. I may likely possibly die foolish death. When it comes to foolish death now, I'm not going to take part in it. No, 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 no. Foolish death, I refuse to have my husband, my family, my friends, anybody in my life to stress me out. I will meditate. I will use music as a good sensory for my mind, body, and soul to chillax. I would dance till the day that the Lord lay his hands on me and take me out of this earth. Life is too precious for me to waste my life and thinking about other people, what people think of me or what people saying about me. Hey, you should be proud that people are focused and talking about you. That means you doing the right thing. You have succeed in life, because for someone to truly focus on what you're doing, what you are not doing, hey, it means you are important. If you are not important now, people will not focus on you. I kid you not. People will not focus on you because you are so important and you're doing the right thing and you're not giving your power away to people. They're trying to do things to distract you. Don't allow people to distract you from your goal. Whatever you have set in your mind, whatever goal you have set, whatever direction you want to go, you got to keep on pressing forward, because your future success is more important than what so and so is saying about you. Why should you do that? I live your life to the fullest, learn effective open communication and talk. Use your mouth. When you open your mouth now, don't let fat comes out. Don't let all the stinky airs come out. Make sure you speak with intelligence. You speak with knowledge. Educate yourself. Get informal education and formal education. Just fill yourself with as much information as you possibly can. Do not be like, a standout when people are sharing ideas and you standing there just laughing. People going to see the type of person that you are, your poor characteristic, and you not knowing anything. When you lack of knowledge, my goodness, my gosh, you're in trouble. Send your Bible kind. Indeed, was a lack of knowledge, my people perish. Sɛ wonni mmadeɛ a ɛno na obi nya kwan de bu. Brother Ankro, Dende, Brother Ankro Aquis, I have missed you. Hey, it's good to see you, Pam. Hey, Sister Missy, mumpɛ sɛ me free so. This is so true. Thank you, and thank you for your productive contribution. Adolfo Sister Angelina, but brother dear Penna, Sister Mama, Miss Mandy, Sister Aisha Ankra, say boss lady, batch is not intentional. Dr. Joe Kinsley, Afomu Eti saying, good to see you. Sister Missy says, some will even judge you for sharing your experience, which is the worst thing that one can do. I just don't understand, because sometimes when some people share the experience, because they went through some traumatic event, or like something that had helped them be able to work through their issues and problems and challenges and traumatic events. So why we don't open our ears to listen to them and also use their experience to educate ourselves? Those who will judge other people of sharing their experience, they lack of knowledge, they lack of a lot of coping skills, because they're not mature enough. They don't know what they want in life. So every experience or every educative thing that you share now, they see it as a negative, because their mind is so polluted, their minds are toxic, unhealthy. So you can't help yourself. No matter what we do, Sister Missy, you're always going to have someone being negative, but we shouldn't focus on that. I'll share my experience, depending topics that I'm talking about. And my family, they know me. I don't hide things, things that have helped me over the years. I will share it. If it will help somebody, let it be. If it will piss somebody off, oh, that person has a whole lot of issues, because my problems and me sharing things that I have overcome, and you don't understand, and you feel, you get upset or like turn it negative, that's you. Me, I have relieved my stress. I'm working on myself. So what you one think does not affect me, because I don't allow my bad past experiences to define me. I will talk about it, but talking about it does not mean that, that's going to define me. I am stronger as I am now because of all those experiences that I went through. Sister Missy, that's Misha. Sister Missy say yes, and I think we should uh, care less what others think if we know ourselves. Bam, 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 bam. That's right. That's what's up. I love that thought. Hold on to that thought and keep building on that thought, because you know what we should care for is ourselves. What we care for ourselves. Me, I'm going to focus on me, and I'm going to continue to empower people around me, my children, my friends, my family members, and people who will listen, or people who will take something out of my programs, to better themselves. Because nobody else on this earth can help you. Nobody else knows you better than yourself. So safety, emotions, loss, and future, focus on that. If self stands for different meaning for you, that's fine. And that's fine, because some people also think about social and other stuff, right? And the F, they think of financial, which is not, it's not wrong, whichever way you think. But for me, what it stands for is what I have shared, what I have learned. And I know that when we are emotional, like, one cannot solve their problem when they are emotional. You cannot. You always need to put your needs first. And my husband's needs started becoming ahead of me being selfless once I realized that he puts my needs ahead of him. So I put his needs ahead of me, because what you do to others, they will repay you with that. If you put your partner's need ahead of you, and they always demanding and asking for stuff, and trying to put you down, that person does not love you. Mm-mm. Start advising yourself, because they just using you to the point when they don't have a need for you no more. They just going to break your heart. Like, the heart is so delicate and so fragile. So do not, you know, put yourself out there. Put your life in somebody's hands. My life is in my hands. My well being is in my hands. Yeah. Living a healthy life. Don't forget, call Sister Missy. I'm Wako myself if you want to be part of the franchise Juice Plus, to be a partner. Um, Healthy living, Omega. The Omega, it helps in every way, every joint. Like, hey, me sisi, me try. Hey, Miss Omega. Say me sa muhu, send ye me koto. Na mi ya to pefi a mi bu. Yes, join us soon, because very soon, Sister Missy and other family members, friends, we're going to be coming to talk a lot about Juice Plus, the effect it has had on us. You saw the top I was wearing, right? When I bought this top to go to work, I felt the whole thing. And now you saw the space in it, right? I look like I borrowed somebody's top. It's my own. That's how big I got. But I have lost weight because I bought the complete vanilla also, and then also the booster. The booster has helped me a great deal in so many ways. So let me go vote. Early voting. I have to look for a card that they sent me, because my parents told me I had to bring it along. If I can't find it, then I will have to wait till Tuesday. So you guys be safe. Oh, Sister Missy, thank you, thank you, thank you. Great topic. I thought so too, and thank you for your productive contribution. We will talk, um, and I love you guys. As always, I can't leave without playing one more song. Oh. Let me see. Let me go to which one? Nipa Odome, Misre Inshira, Emma Nipa Odome, Nipa Watame no, Misre Entiasie, Emma no, by Quadrantry. Nti no, saa na ɛteɛ. Baa ansa na mɛbɔɛ no no, menim sɛ mabɔ home, slim buster take me home, but sɛ baabi a mesan kɔhyɛ aseɛ firiɛ no, Mame Monensi. I love that song because it focus on our butter. Brother Ankra, a question, yeah. To the power of self, listen, the power of self, is a powerful tool. So I need you guys to focus on that. Also, there's this new app now. I'm very much so like, I go talk in there every now and then. It's called Stereo, and you use emojis to talk, and you can come and share your views, your thoughts, and have conversation. The last chat that I had it with my cousin, and my baby brother Samuel, Nanaya, and he raised some really great points. And we talked about self-love, self-care, and also healthy living, and the battle of mental illness. We talked for like an hour. I know some of you may not be able to get the app, but if you be able to get the app, that would be a great opportunity. You can use whatever name that you choose to use. If you want to connect your other social medias with it, you can do that. For me, I use Ajo Donna because I have other platforms that in the future I will connect to it. Like the more you talk, you can make money. The more you talk back, because work has been so overwhelming with a lot of paperwork and demands and stuff. I haven't been going on to talk a lot, but I see myself in the future being able to like talk more over there and share my views. And then you have people who can also contribute by making audios. So you can play the audios as you doing the um, program, as you doing the chatting in your chatting room. And some people connect more than with others. You also have some people when you go and they feel that your conversation is not attracting other people, they will swipe you. Swiping means that they would like just uh try pick somebody else to join them, so it's a lot of fun. I mean, I have a couple favorites over there because if you go to my Instagram, I have shared some of the friends that I'm following, and they bring up a lot of great topics. Some of the topics is like just free talk, open talk. Like how does COVID-19 had affected you? They talk about relationships. They talk. Some of them, make it fun. Kind of like invite the audience, the listeners to bring their talent, singing, drumming, anything. Like it's really, really fun app. But some people who have time and talk more, they earn money as they go. So the more minutes you put in, you earn money. Trust me. I see people like earning money. So uh, it's a lot. I mean, take risk, and that's very it's good to explore, step out of your comfort zone. Don't settle for less. So then sister Missy said something that really stood out to me when she said that, some will even judge you for sharing your experience, which is very bad because, if someone is strong enough and have the courage to come out and share their experience and, talk about their past experience, traumatic event, we need to like, empower them and encourage them with positivity and also give them words that will help them heal, not break them down. It's really bad, and our community society is really good at oppressing people to like talk about things that they have experienced in the past. We can only move forward by letting our past bad experiences go, by working through it. We can jump over it because when you do that now, you're going to drag it along with you. Intimidinyamijamo. You guys take really good care of yourself. One love to each and every one of you. Take care of yourself and each other, your families, learn to love, and learn to empower yourself. Okay. As I said earlier, learn to get to the level of your happiness by working on yourself. That's the most important thing in our life. So, bye, guys. Take care. I'll see you guys in 4 hours time. Well, in 3 hours 45 minutes time. That means if I get to vote by then. So let's go. Slim Bastard, take him home. Me play from a chile baby. Me play film fit.
Johansson yang kutodo mabadata Bana mkeba ndo bikaka bapa Sika boshi bile na ndi kwa romo Oba wa shi bile na ndi kwa bapa Aya kumbo Awa
My dear sister Diana, great favor. Wow. Welcome. Sister Gifty. Happy. Hey, wow. I love you. Deep down my soul. This is my love. This is my heart. Having the smile all over my face. Mommy, I love you. Daddy, I know you watching me too. Hi, I love you too. Chris Frogman, my baby sister. You, I see you, okay? My middle reactive back, okay. Okay. You are so very welcome, Sister Diana. Great favor. I love your last name. More grace. Hi! My baby sister just popped up. Oh. Hey, I love you, sis. Hey! No way. Hold on a minute. Mrs. Saketwa Bentino, me be ninyum ba kwamano. I have to play that song. I wasn't gonna play it, but because she's here, I have to play for her. Jijimiso. Both her and I, we love that song. Hey, this is my electric slide song. Ghana for your electric slide. Hey, Ebo. My feeling that come on. Be eternity, you're not from me, change. Be careful, one is never watching. Only one minute, only be ready to fall. Me, so much. Now we're sure can be don't so much. Now we're sure can be. It's before the before me before all day. It's before the before me before hey, this is a bit all day. You see my sister here emoji? It means she's going crazy in the house. Hey, brother, I'm trying to know. Since I'm mixing here.
Chicka bum bum bum. Oh yeah, oh yeah. La 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 la. Chicka bum bum bum. Oh, on my way, chichi so. Mama see ya, me Mama me, see my see. Come on, some. Oh, on my way, chichi so.
I saw money, babe. This is amazing. I saw money. I saw money, babe.
I'm chicken bum bum, see when I'm in the so much.
Oh my goodness, that is okay. I feel me jam or crying, right? Mr. Shirama Munina, Muamo Domina, Mr. Shirama. If I don't I love, take care, guys. and be part of this program. I love you guys, all of you. Bye. Take care. See you later. That's right. Hey, what's the no crab? The end, no crab. Okay.